Hello, amazing friends. Welcome back to the Life Biz Goals podcast. I'm your host, LaToniga Sass, your life empowerment strategist. And today I have a question for you. Is your mindset toxic and what are you feeding it? We often talk about physical health, clean eating, meal prepping, staying hydrated, exercising on a regular basis. But let me ask you, what are you feeding your mind? Because just like your body reacts to junk food, your mind reacts to what you consistently allow in. Many people ask, well, what is a toxic mindset? I don't have a toxic mindset. A toxic mindset shows up in your thoughts very quietly a lot of times. And it will ask you questions like, will I ever be good enough? What point is it in trying? Because I'm not good enough. You know, I'll never be that. They're doing better than me. So why should I even bother? Does any of this resonate? The negativity, does it sound familiar? See, a toxic mindset is a belief system and it slowly poisons your progress. It drains your energy, limits your confidence, and sabotages your future. And most of the time, it's fed by what we consume. So think about it. Every day you're feeding your mind something, whether good or bad. The question is it fuel or is it poison? What are you feeding it? What is your mind saying? When you're on social media and you're looking at videos and stuff, are you busy comparing yourself to others? Are you digesting negativity from the news 24/7? Are you replaying failures over and over and over again in your head like a broken record? Or are you reading about things that uplift you, that challenge you, that make you become a better person? Are you speaking daily affirmations over your life, your gifts, and your calling? Are you spending time around people who can pour into you instead of drain you? Understand that just like your physical diet affects your body, your mental diet shapes your mind. The former First Lady Michelle Obama, she talked about how she had to refrain her thinking and remind herself that she was qualified and worthy. Also, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he talks about his struggle with depression, fear of failure, and how he emphasizes the power of gratitude on a daily basis, how he emphasizes, too, consistent habits and hard work that help combat the negative mental loops in his life. So let's be honest. You can't expect to have a positive, resilient, focused mind if you're feeding it fear, drama, gossip, or self-doubt all the time. A few years ago, I had to sit with a therapist because I was interested in being in a special program. And when you're in therapy, they ask you several questions about your life. And I expressed how much trauma I had gone through within a 4-year period, really. Losing my parents back to back, then ending up very sick in the hospital and almost dying. And then also just a bunch of drama just going on in my life. And the therapist was like, oh my goodness, how were you still able to survive? And I told her it's because I speak life. Regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the situation, I choose to speak life in affirmations and live a life of gratitude daily. Even when things were going good, I continue to speak life. And I realized that the more I spoke these positive words, these affirmations, living a life of gratitude, having positive people around me, that when I went through my tough times, it made it much easier. I didn't say it made it perfect. I didn't say you weren't going to cry, that you weren't going to have some rough patches, but it made life a lot easier because I had faith and I had these people speaking in my life and I was speaking in my life, encouraging myself. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself. So even when negative thoughts come to my mind now, I choose. The key word is I choose to look for the positive and to speak positivity out of my mouth. No, it's not always easy because I'm not perfect, but I choose not to allow that negativity to consume me. I don't wallow in it, not even for a minute. I cast it down immediately and I say, nope, not today. I choose to believe and speak life and positivity. See, a lot of times what happens is, and what gets us in trouble is that when negative thoughts come to our mind or negative situations, we dwell on them. We settle, we let it settle in our mind and it gets stuck. And a lot of times it's harder to, once you've then festered on it for a while and you keep repeating over your mind over and over and over again, it's hard to get it out. It's hard to change your mindset. And you literally have to sometimes fight. I know because I've been there. So I choose now not to allow negativity to linger. I choose to move forward. I choose to find the joy in the peace in things. Remember, you have the power in your mouth to change your atmosphere and to change your thoughts, to change your view on life. So I'm asking you, what are you doing? Are you going to allow junk food to, of the mind to continue to steer you into negativity? Are you going to allow it to be addiction? Because see, sometimes when you're in the wrong environment, it can be addictive. It's just like I said, junk food. You keep eating the junk food over and over again, it can be addictive. You start craving this thing and that thing over and over again. And I'm not preaching to you, I'm preaching to myself too, because I've been there. You wanted fried chicken, this particular fried chicken today, and then you want this hamburger or cheeseburger tomorrow, and this taco the next day. It becomes addictive. And just like the food, the junk food, the junk that you allow in your mind, it can become addictive. So be careful, because these things eventually will make you sick. So I just want to take a few seconds here and let's do a quick mindset check. I want you to think about this past week. What kind of content did you consume? What was it? Uplifting? Was it positive? Was it negative or comparison? Who were the main voices in your ear? What thoughts did you allow to dominate your mind? Now ask yourself, did those thoughts, did those videos, did those things feed your growth or feed your fear? See, your mindset can't stay healthy if it's malnourished or constantly poisoned. You can't pray for peace and then feast on chaos. You can't desire clarity, and then binge confusion. What are you doing? It's time to change. It's time for a mindset reset. So starting today, I want you to replace toxic inputs with truth. Positive affirmations, declarations, inspiring videos, podcasts. Shoot this video. Support life, business, goals. And then I also want you to limit your exposure to negativity. Learn to unfollow what's not healthy, what's not feeding you. Turn that noise off. Turn off what robs your joy, what robs your peace. If it's not helping you to grow, if it's not helping you to become a better person, shut it down. Also, start your day with intention. Before the world grabs your attention, give your mind something solid to stand on, like a word of encouragement, a goal, or a declaration. Guard your environment. See, toxicity, it's contagious, but so is peace. So choose your company wisely. Friends, please understand that your mindset is either your engine or your anchor. It will either move you forward or it's going to hold you back. And the difference lies in what you feed it. So I leave you with this question. What are you feeding your mind? If it's not helping you grow, heal, dream, and become who you were created and called to be, then it's time for a mindset reset. I encourage you to start today. No longer put off what isn't good for you. Friends, it's time. So if this encouraged you, I want you to take a minute to like, and I also want you to share it with someone who needs a mental reset. Whether it's a young person, whether it's an older person, and their mindset seems to always fluctuate negative. Share this with them. It's time for a change. Our words are so powerful. It's time for us to live boldly. It's time for us to live with joy and peace. Okay, friends? I appreciate you for tuning in. I want you to continue chasing life, biz, and goals. And until next time, stay encouraged, speak life, and soar.